Hello, and welcome to Filmsquatch, the podcast where two guys from the Deep South watch and review movies about Bigfoot. It's that simple. Each episode takes a look at a single film about a Sasquatch or a Yeti, and the guys break it down for you. Patrick and Kendall are true believers, but they're too old, too fat, and too lazy to get up off their sofas and go hunt for a Sasquatch themselves. So they just sit back and watch movies about them. Now, let's head over to the Filmsquatch screening room, where Patrick and Kendall are ready to discuss their latest film.
Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Filmsquatch. I'm Patrick Bennett, and joining me is my co-host, Kendall the Crazy Cajun Fontenot. Hey Kendall, how's it going?
Doing pretty good, Patrick. How are you doing?
Man, I'm great, and today we're going to be talking about the 2012 Bigfoot movie, Embedded.
Can we get started?
Your attention, please! In a few moments, we'll be embarking on a journey to rid this town of something that's made itself a nuisance long enough. Yeah. With God's guidance, we're gonna hunt that beast down and send it right back to hell where it belongs.
Amen. Maybe you spoke too soon.
Where was it?
Over there by that Grove Pines. Are you sure you saw something? You guys got the eyes of an eagle.
I saw something too, Chief.
Listen, them dogs are on to something.
Now, whatever it is, it's getting away. We have to slow it down. Release the dogs.
Go with it, Phoenix. Go. Go, eagle. Go on. All right, keep moving. The dog's slowing down.
Pick it up, people. Move! What the hell was that?
Can a grizzly do that?
Hi, Mom. Hi, Dad. If you're watching this and I'm not with you, then I'm probably dead.
Wait, Jake. I don't know. Just keep moving.
Kendall, have you ever seen this before we decided to record it? Have you watched this before?
No, I didn't know anything about this movie.
Yeah.
Prior to watching it. This is the first time I got to watch it.
Yeah, me too. When you told me about it, is the first time I saw it. So,
Yep.
Yeah, from 2012. What can you tell us about this film?
The plot is pretty basic. A young boy goes missing in the forests, and a news crew goes into the woods with a team that's trying to locate the little boy. There's been some mysterious deaths and disappearances in the area, and this reporter is sent out there pretty much on a last-ditch effort to save his name as a reporter. And they go out into the forest, and they find way more than they can handle out there. And I think now would be a great time to take a look at the trailer.
All right.
Okay. Yeah, man, this movie from 2012, it was written and directed by Michael, I'm going to butcher his name, Michael Bafaro. And it stars Don Knottle, Steve Thackeray, and Jeb Beach, and then quite a few other folks. And I enjoyed this movie. I thought it was pretty good. It was fun. It's a found footage movie, but it's a good found footage movie because you've got an actual cameraman recording the footage that is found.
Right. It was a lot different. It made you feel like you were actually there instead of you found the footage and watched it later.
Right.
So I really liked the way they did that. It was really cool.
Yeah. It didn't end up being like every other found footage movie until the very end.
Yeah.
Whenever something happens with the camera. And but other than that, for the most part, I thought the shots were the whole movie was crystal clear.
Yeah.
All the scenery was amazing. The cinematography was great, even though it was found footage. It was awesome.
Very sharp. The sound was good.
I will say this though. I have motion sickness. And so if you watch this movie and you get sick easily from movies like Cloverfield, I almost threw up in Cloverfield at the movies. I watched it at the movies. I ended up watching my feet for about a half hour. This movie, there are a few scenes where they're running. There's a lot of running in this movie. And there are a few scenes where the camera's just going all over the place. I had to look away from the screen during those scenes. But when everything was kind of settled down, I could go back to watching it just fine. I just want to throw that out there for folks who might be having motion sickness issues.
I thought the quality of this production, it's a lot better than the majority of found footage movies
Oh
out
yeah.
there.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Look, I want to tell you that there's one funny line line in this movie. It's the guy, he's got those two guns, and he says something about what we have here is Mary Kate and Ashley. And he
Yeah.
said, we want to bang them both or something like that.
Yeah.
I thought it was kind of funny. So what did you think about the acting in this movie, Kendall?
I thought overall the acting was pretty good. I mean, you had a couple of the co-stars, I guess you'd say, who kind of underperformed, but
Yeah.
the guys with Mary Kate and Ashley, I thought they did a pretty good job. I was really impressed by Steve Thackeray as the sheriff, as Sheriff Mike Hoffler. I thought he did a great job in this movie.
Yeah, he's probably the best actor in it.
Yeah, he does a great job. Don Knodel and Jeb Beach, they also did great jobs as the reporter and the cameraman. Krista Magnuson, she was one of the deputies. She did a real good job. Didn't have a very big role, but I thought she did a real good job. And early on in the film, the mother of the lost boy, she does a pretty good. She has a pretty good scene early on in the movie where she's talking about the kid and they're offering a reward to find the child and all that. I thought that was a really good emotionally driven scene. She did very well in that. I can't find her name right here. But yeah, she did a great job. Um, yeah, I mean I enjoyed this. It had a few funny
Yeah.
moments in it, but it was just a good action horror movie.
Yeah. I'll tell you that the acting, it was okay. You know, it wasn't the best. I've seen a lot worse, but
Right.
I guess I would call it adequate and enjoyable. You know, I mean,
Yeah.
it wasn't the best, but it was adequate for this film.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, considering the production qualities, the acting fell a little short of the actual production for the most part. I think that the production was way better than the actual acting, the actual performances in this film. But I still enjoyed it. I still enjoyed it. I mean, it was a real good movie, and yeah, yeah. You want to talk about the poster for this movie?
Yeah, man. What do you have to say about it? The one I saw was just like a big footprint.
Yes, like the footprint kind of embedded in the trees and the mountains
Right,
in the
right,
backdrop.
yeah.
And
I mean, it was
oh yeah, that was
okay.
awesome.
I mean, you know,
I
it's a
like this
Bigfoot
poster.
movie from looking at the poster, but it didn't tell you a whole lot about it, you know.
Yeah, I thought it was a real cool poster. I really like this one. Of course, I like brown and green, so I mean, that's my thing. I like browns and greens and nature colors, and yeah, I thought it was a really good poster. I thought it was done very well.
Let me ask you,
Um,
what about your favorite scene? You have one in this film?
my favorite scene, without giving away too much, my favorite scene was when the group goes on the hunt and you've got the military vet out there with them who goes off on his own early on and things happen to him and they're all looking for him. When they find him, that's probably my favorite scene in the movie. The with as far as the creature, it's a very fast moving creature, and you hear it more than you actually see it. Um, but yeah, I that was probably my favorite scene. The attack on the soldier, the veteran.
Yeah.
Um, but I got to give an honorable mention to the attack on the dogs, and you see a dog flying through the air at one point. I like that part too. How about you, Patrick? What was your favorite scene in the film?
I really liked that kind of the introduction shot of Bigfoot, where the cameraman falls and the camera hits the ground and it's like on the fritz, but you see Bigfoot there. You know, you see him. I
Yeah.
think the camera's like laid on its side. That's the first time you see Bigfoot. You see him there, and I mean, it was very nice the way they did that. I thought it was pretty cool, and that's probably my favorite part of the movie right there.
Yeah, I really like this movie. It's not great, but it was just enjoyable. I don't feel like I wasted my time watching it.
Yeah,
Um, Now, as far as the creature,
yeah,
to
that's
me,
costume.
this creature was pretty unique when it comes to Bigfoot. It wasn't just a fur suit or anything like that. This creature, his head was kind of oversized, and he had more human qualities, in my opinion, like uh, oversized human qualities to him. And like I said, the creature moved ridiculously fast, and it was brutally violent. But I thought the costume looked pretty good. It was a unique take on Bigfoot. Didn't have as much hair as
You
a lot
know,
of the suits do. Thought
because
it
of
was
the way
good.
it was filmed, you know, with the cameraman running and everything,
Yeah,
and running from the creature, you really didn't get a really good look at him. It was kind of hard to for me to lock in exactly what it looked like.
yeah,
I mean, it's a great technique if you have a costume that sucks and you don't want to show them that good, you know. But I don't think
yeah.
theirs sucked. But I couldn't figure out if it was actually a practical costume or if it was CGI. I just couldn't tell. Well, you think it was real?
I, I I think it was practical for the most part. I know, like the dog flying through the air, that was CGI. That was some
Yeah.
obvious CGI there. But as far as the creature, maybe when it's in motion, they blurred it a little bit with CGI. But other than that, I thought it was a practical suit.
Yeah, to me, if it was practical,
And I,
it looked very rubbery, like a lot of exposed
yeah,
skin in that, and the skin was kind of tan looking. But it was very
yeah,
muscular, and it didn't have a lot of hair, like usually you'll find on a Bigfoot. You know?
yeah. I'm just wondering if they were going in a direction of it being more human than ape-like. Because that's the vibe I was getting from the creature. To me, it was almost like a Neanderthal man, but
Yeah.
a hairy Neanderthal man. I thought it looked good. Yeah, and yeah. And do you have anything else to add about this movie? I mean, it's a
No,
good movie.
it is. It's fun to watch. I mean, it is what it is. It's not, you know, it's not the best Bigfoot movie I've seen, but it was enjoyable.
Yeah,
I'm glad I watched it.
yeah. It's a very simple plot. Found footage, but again, the best found footage I've seen in a long time. Because most of them, it's almost all shot in the dark,
Yeah.
and there's a lot of noise and very little actual action. Um, but embedded, it's right up there with unverified as far as quality found footage. I thought that Michael Buffaro did a great job directing this film, and I love the fact that they use a real cameraman to shoot the footage
Yeah.
and not just some random guy in the woods with a camera who, you know, he's running for his life. Oh wait, got to turn around and pick up the camera. They actually had a reason to have the camera with them the entire time because it was their job. So yeah, I love that. I thought that was a nice twist to give you a good reason to have a camera on you all the time. So with
I
that being
want to,
said, this is
I don't want to give anything away, but I want to say we're talking about favorite scenes. I like, I like the scene where they reach the helicopter.
yeah,
That was cool. I like that.
yeah. I kind of figured out what was going to be happening in that scene before it actually happened.
Yeah, you kind of get
Um,
a figure of what's about to take place, but you knew
yeah,
something was up.
yeah. And you the whole movie's pretty predictable. I mean, you know what's going to happen. But that being said, it was still fun to watch. I've watched films, all kinds of horror movies, and you can almost pick out that person's going to die, that person's going to die. that one's going to survive. This one, I pretty much knew what was going to happen, and I still enjoyed it. That didn't bother me at all. Knowing ahead of time, oh, this guy's going to die, that lady's going to die. Now let's go back to the cast. I don't remember any of their names, to be honest. The characters. No, there's no Pahu in this one. That's Creature from Black Lake. No, the two redneck ladies in the group. I thought they were funny. I thought the two redneck ladies and then the two redneck guys, they were hilarious. But the one guy, and I don't know, maybe this was a throwback to Predator. But that one scene where one of the redneck guys is just staring off into the woods and he's looking at something, but you can't see anything.
Yeah.
And they ask him if he sees anything, and he says no, but it's out there, something along those lines. And to me, that reminded me of Predator. The scene where the tracker, I can't remember the tracker's name, but he sees something out in the jungle. And I don't know if that was intentional, but that's what it reminded me of, was that scene from Predator. And that was a pretty good scene, for a comedic character to deliver the lines the way he did. I thought he did a great job. Yep. But yeah, man, this one, you want to go ahead and rate it?
Yeah, let's go for it, man. I don't think
All
there's
right.
anything else we can say about it.
No. As everyone knows, all of our loyal listeners know, we rate films based on a scale of 1 to 10 Bigfoot tracks, with 1 being the worst Bigfoot film ever made and 10 being the greatest Bigfoot movie ever made, which is, in my opinion, The Legend of Boggy Creek. Patrick, do you want me to go first, or would you like to go first?
Sir.
All right.
Go ahead.
Man, I'm going to give this one a 7. I don't even have to think about it. It's much better than it should have been. It's a found footage movie that I actually like, and that's rare. You know that I'm not a fan of found footage movies because I think it's a cheap way of cranking a movie out.
Yeah. Except for the Tahoe Joe movies being an exception.
Well, there are exceptions like Tahoe Joe and Unverified, but
Unverified.
Or Exist. I can't remember. I always get Unverified and Exist.
It's the one where they're in Texas out in the woods.
It's the guy, the Blair Witch guy made it.
Yeah.
And it's way better than Blair Witch. But anyway, I always get those movies mixed up. But anyway, yeah, this is definitely a solid 7. I don't want to give it a 7.5 or higher because the acting in some parts does drag it down a little bit. But cinematography is great. The story's great. The action's great. The creature looks pretty good. And I enjoyed it. I wasn't checking my watch. I wasn't, looking away at anything except for the scenes where I had to look away so that I wouldn't puke from the motion. But yeah, man, this is easily a 7-foot Bigfoot track film for me. How about you, Patrick?
Well, I mean, it was unique to found footage production style. I like that. The acting had a lot of work that needed to be done there.
Yeah.
I think we agree on that.
Yeah.
But I like the way
Absolutely.
the production style of the found footage made me feel like I was right there with them, running with them from Bigfoot. It made me feel like I was there. I thought it was suspenseful, but I guess I didn't enjoy it quite as much as you did. I'm going to give them a solid 5 Bigfoot tracks. I mean, they're right there in the middle. I mean, I've seen a lot worse. I've seen a lot better.
Yeah,
so
that's
I think it's just
fair.
in the middle for me. It was interesting and it was enjoyable to watch. And I'm just going to leave it right there on a 5.
Yeah. I mean, it's a fun movie. Definitely better than Snow Beast.
Don't know, man. That's fighting words.
See, I gave Snow Beast a 5. The John Schneider Snow Beast. I gave that one a 5.
Come over there.
And
great, man.
I thought this is way better than Snow Beast. But yeah, man, this movie's excellent. I recommend it. Patrick, I think you recommended a little bit less than me, but you do recommend it, right? You think folks should check it out?
I think they should after they've rewatched Snow Beast.
Okay. Well, they might stab their eyes out if they watch Snow Beast again, so they may not be able to watch Embedded. But we've had a lot going on lately, And I want to bring this up right off the bat. I know we are a Bigfoot movie review site, a podcast, but the Bigfoot community lost a major player earlier this month in September, on September 10th. Dr. Jeff Meldrum. To me, I mean, I'm a Bigfoot research enthusiast. I'm not a Bigfoot researcher, but to me, he is, as far as the modern stuff goes, he's the most important one in the bunch. He was a professor of anatomy and anthropology at Idaho State University. He was a legitimate scientist doing legitimate research, and that's rare in the Bigfoot community. Most of these guys are amateurs, and I'm not knocking the ones that don't have a letters behind their name, but he gave some. He made it real for a lot of people. Whenever you've got an actual professor with the guts to stand up and say, "Hey, Bigfoot, I believe Bigfoot may be real," and his casts collection that he had, it was just insane. If you've ever watched any documentary on Bigfoot, 9 chances out of 10, Dr. Meldrum popped up on it. And this one, it hurt, man. Whenever I heard that he passed away, because man, I remember when I was younger, growing up, seeing him on television. They would go to the University of Idaho. These, documentaries would go shoot there, and they'd interview him. And half the time they wouldn't laugh in his face, but they would kind of, blow him off. But to me, you've got an actual professor saying Bigfoot's real, then that gives some credence to Bigfoot, in my opinion. I just wanted to bring that up because he's really going to be missed, and I think that a lot of our viewers and listeners are Bigfoot researchers and Bigfoot fans, and I think they would appreciate mentioning Dr. Meldrum. So, Dr. Meldrum, rest in peace. Patrick, we had the Monster Mingle. I think we've already covered that in another episode. But I just wanted to throw out another thank you to Jeff and Cindy for allowing us to have our short film.
The Sheldons over there in Falk, Arkansas,
festival there.
the Boggy Creek Boutique.
Yep.
You ought to drop in anytime
Absolutely.
you're in Falk. Drop in the Boggy Creek Boutique and tell them hi. Tell them Filmsquatch sent you, and you'll get a free hug from Jeff.
And we're about to wrap up the season.
Yep.
And we're already starting to gear up for next season. I've already had a few people inquire about being on the show with us, so I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to the break too, though. Right, and if as I already said, we've already lined up. We're already trying to line up a few interviews with filmmakers, and if you have a film that you're working on, you may not even be finished with it yet. It's in pre-production, post-production, or it's been released, whatever it is, and you want to talk about it, you want us to watch it and review it, shoot us a message on Instagram or Facebook or over at the website, filmsquatch.com, and we'll get in touch with you. If you do send it on Instagram, give me a few days because I'm starting to get backed up with some stuff for work and personal. So just give me a couple days. Patrick's handling the Facebook side of it. I think he's a little bit faster than I am. So just, get in touch with us. And also we want to thank all of our listeners from all over the world. We really, really, really appreciate you guys. Later this month, Patrick, we're going to be shooting a short film. Well, not this month, later in October. We're going to be shooting a short film.
Yeah, during our
Perhaps.
break between seasons, we're actually going to make our first Filmsquatch short film that we're actually making. We're producing it and everything. Tatai Modi. And you go, what? What is that? Tatai Modi. Tatai is kind of a Cajun French expression that means monster. There's a tatai under your bed. I know Kendall growing up here in Louisiana, we've heard that saying all the time,
Yep.
especially the old French ladies trying to get their kids to go to bed. You better go to bed or the tatai's going to get you, or something like that, make you go do your homework or the tatai's going to get you something. It's just a scare tactic that old women would come up with, scare their little children. But Modi is kind of it means like cursed, kind of like cursed monster. You put them together, it kind of means a cursed monster. So that's a Cajun Bigfoot is what the story's about. And it's going to be a short film, probably about 15 minutes long. We're shooting it in North Louisiana, but it's going to take place in South Louisiana in the story. And
and we've already got our cast.
we do. And we can't
do
wait
you want to
to
name the cast?
Yeah, we can name them. There's Mitch Lang.
Yeah, everybody knows Mitch.
Everybody knows Mitch. He was the director of
The Bogman, Bog Anthology, Sea of Darkness, The Rake, and about 5,000 other films.
Yeah, Mitch has made at least 4 feature films right now.
Yeah, he's
and
a
they're
hard
all
worker.
cryptid films.
Yep.
And
he's
going to be
cryptid
acting.
universe he's building.
Yeah, he's going to be the star of this film. And Sharina Leggett, she's been in some of Mitch's films. She'll be playing the lead actress. And then we have Brad Smalling, who has actually played Bigfoot before in one of Mitch's movies. He will be playing the Tatai Modi.
And there's nothing small about Brad Smalling. He's a big dude.
Yeah, so that's our cast. It's very small, just 3 people. And only 2 humans. And the Tatai himself. So we'll see what happens. We've already got a little crew lined up. Thanks to Mitch and his production team. They're going to help us.
Yeah, Open Heart Productions.
Yep. And I want to thank Caleb Mixing. He's helping me design some special effects for some scenes we're doing. And we can't wait to have it finished. And Kendall and I have already talked about going on further with a feature Bigfoot film maybe next year. So we can't wait to let you in on some details about that. But we're going to wait till we finish this short first.
So be on the lookout for that.
You will be able to see Kendall and I in the short film. We're going to have little cameos. I just broke the news to Kendall today. And he was so excited he cried. He gets his big film debut. Yeah. We're going to play 2 hunters in this film that go up against
2
the Tatai.
Ridiculously attractive hunters.
Yeah. So ladies, you might want to see this one without your significant other in the room.
Yep.
So you're going to be blushing.
And if you're
the whole
Catholic
time.
like me, you're going to want to go to confession afterwards.
There you go, folks. So hopefully, if we shoot this thing in October, a lot going. We'll probably be finishing up editing and stuff in November. Hopefully, we'll have it out before Christmas. So, ladies, what a better Christmas gift that you won't be able to find under your tree than the Filmsquatch cast in Tatai Modi. So, be looking for
I don't know. If the money's right, I'd crawl under a tree. But yeah, once again, let's get serious now. We do really appreciate everyone listening to our podcast, checking it out, watching it on YouTube, and we hope you guys continue to support us. And as long as people are making Bigfoot movies, we'll continue to support them. And Patrick, I think that's all we've got for tonight. But if I ever find myself part of a news crew and my job options are looking pretty bleak, and I decide to just go out in the woods looking for a missing child, is there any kind of advice that you could give me before I go out into the woods, the wilds of Montana, looking for a lost child and possibly a murderous Bigfoot?
Yes. I want to tell you, man, when you have that camcorder, try to hold the thing steady and not make it all shaky. And another thing, bring a lot of batteries so you will film the entire thing, because we want that camera running when Bigfoot kills you. We want to see it. You know, when we get that found footage, we want to be able to see the execution of the crazy Cajun on film. All right. But anyway, while you're out there trying to keep that camera steady and maybe changing that battery and you hear a growl, watch your back. Bigfoot's out there.
Thanks for listening to another episode of Filmsquatch. If you like the podcast, please leave us a 5-star review and tell your friends about us. Make sure to like us on Facebook. and join in on some of our interactive discussions. Remember, Bigfoot is out there. Watch your back.